Hey everyone, it is I, Realmors II, and I've got a, well, video to put it obviously. I had this idea for another Sprite series. Now don't worry fanboys, this doesn't mean Klonoa Dreambolt is getting cancelled. It's just something that I can do in between making episodes. I mean, besides making commentaries, dramatic readings, and all other drama-provoking material. You see, I've decided to make another Sprite series, but not about Klonoa, but it will be on the Spyro series. Well, more of an add-on to the Legend of Spyro series. I mean, call me crazy, but I actually like the Legend of Spyro series, and I don't see why it gets hated a lot. I mean, besides the games being a rip-off of God of War. Fucking stupid. So, this series will be called The Legend of Spyro, Rise of Malefor. The plot to this basically takes place 20 years after Dawn of the Dragon. Spyro and Cinder finally find a way to break the chain off that constricted them together. But the way they broke the chain results to Cinder's having telepathic conversions with Malefor from the netherworld he was banished to. Reason I'm not saying how they break it off is because I don't want to spoil too much. But Cinder is won over by Malefor once again, and she starts using her black magic to create dark crystals so she can power up the Dark Master's armies yet again. Most of these dark crystals that are created are to revive creatures Spyro has already destroyed, like the golems, the destroyers. Some to create weapons, along with another big set of crystals that serve a bigger purpose. Again, spoiler issues. I'm willing to accept any assistance I can, mainly searching for sprites that I can use, but if you can think of any other way to help me out, then let your voice be heard. Same rule with Klonoa Dreambolt applies with The Legend of Spyro. No Sonic characters. But I'm also adding another rule for no alternative universe characters. That's right, this is not a crossover series. Now, you're probably questioning my methods here. Well, sit down and let me explain. I have two reasons to why I'm doing this. One, most people have the idea that if you make a Sprite series, you need to make it a crossover or no one will like it. I want to try to disprove that theory. Same thing with like people saying, oh, you gotta have Sonic in the Sprite video, else it's gonna suck. A second reason is when it comes to something like Klonoa, I can get away with crossovers since the stories in Klonoa take place in dreams, meaning anything can pretty much happen since it takes place in dreams. You know, anything can happen in a dream. I can do whatever I want with the guy. Legend of Spyro, on the other hand, has a set story to it, so in order to make something like this work, I gotta stick with continuity. I'm also not having voice acting in this. Why? Well, it's a pain to gather the actors for Klonoa Dreambolt anyway, so why increase the stress? Besides, I want this to be something I can work on between making episodes of Dreambolt, not gather all the voices all of a sudden just to go back to working on Klonoa when I'm right in the middle of the video. Now, the type of story I'm going for. I'm going to dwell deep into my mind and try to make this really, really dark. How dark? Well, think of Razzle by Jeff Smith. Oh yeah, I'm going there. So, that's all I gotta say. Tell me what you guys think of the idea, and I'll see if I can make it happen. And I do plan this series to be kind of short, considering, well, the amount of time I might have to work on the series, since, you know, the end of the school year is, you know, well, not just around the corner, but, you know, it's creeping along day by day, and I may have to prepare for college when I graduate from high school, so leaves me less time to actually be able to focus on these things, so I want to try to keep the series short. So anyway, this is Realmors II. Adios, mind slaves.